Christians, we're not out to get ya! So, I was watching T-Foot's latest video, and there was a slide talking about how these people will deny everything about science when science is what gives them the time, the effort, the space, and the health to actually deny it. Without science, they wouldn't be able to do it, so they say science is evil, but they're using science, and they'd be dead without it. And then this clip appears, and you can't see this, which is why I didn't download the video, because basically this is the most disgusting image I've ever seen. A fat tub of lard attached to a glogging face and a pair of breasts emerges from somewhere within the confines of the screen. And she says this statement.
Let me say something about Harry Potter. Warlocks are enemies of God. And I don't care what kind of hero they are. They're an enemy of God. And had it been in the Old Testament, Harry Potter would have been put to death.
There's so much fucking wrong with that. I don't know where to begin. How about the traditional Wiccan idea of what exactly a warlock is? First of all, in traditional Wicca, you don't want to be a fucking warlock. Every person, male or female, is a witch. Believe it or not. And every single person, male or female, is a part of a coven. You only become a warlock if everyone in your coven thinks you're a dick and decides to kick you out. In other words, a warlock is a wizard, or rather a witch without a coven. Which is a sad fate indeed. Second of all, Harry Potter isn't even a fucking warlock. He's a wizard! He's a bloody wizard! It's not Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Warlockery. Ugh, my God, you ignorant bitch! More importantly, I love how she says, pagans are evil! And she barely realizes that 99.9% of her holidays come from pagan dates. And what's even more hilarious is that the most famous tradition in all of Catholicism, the Eucharist, the eating of the body of Christ and the drinking of the blood of Christ, is actually from a motherfucking pagan festival. Beelzebub was taken from Beelzebub. This woman does not see that, and I find it absolutely disturbing. They can't see beyond their own life. That's what he's talking about. They can't see beyond their world. But you know what, Christians? We're not out to get you. And I say we because, as I've mentioned before, I ascribe to a Wiccan-esque faith-ish. We're not out to get you. We're not out to hurt you. We're not out to attack your God. We don't care about your God. We don't worship Satan. We don't do anything. We don't worship your God. That's it. That's all. We have a different view of how the world works. Does that make us evil? Hindus have a different way of how the world works. Does that make them evil? Of course it does. And if it does, then you're fucking insane. Then again, all these nutcases are insane anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Nevertheless, they seem to be able to get away with this shit. No. Wizards are not... Wizards and witches and whatever they want to call themselves are not enemies of God. They are servants of a different God. They are servants of Manon, or of the sun god, or of the moon goddess Elun, or whatever. They're not against God. They're not for Satan. They're nothing. But I digress. Oh, and another thing. The gays aren't out to get you either! Ugh. They're, as a proud member of the gay community for a very long time, the lesbian community in particular, I know all the secret underground type things. And you want to know what the biggest, deepest, darkest secret of all of the GLBT community is? We're not out to fucking get anybody! There is no gay agenda! We don't want to convert your kids to be gay. We don't want to convert Christians to be gay. We don't want to take over the world with gayness and rainbows. That's just ridiculous. That's a fucking conspiracy theory. No gay wants to do that. All we want to do is just live our life, love who we were born to love. And god damn it, it is natural and you are born with it. And you might go and say, oh, well, throwing poop at chimpanzees is natural, so blah, 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 so is fucking whatever. No. Being natural doesn't insinuate that something is good or evil, because naturally, animals don't torture each other. The gays aren't out to get you. I don't want to get you. I don't want to make all the children gay. That's just ridiculous. I have no reason to. All I want to brainwash children into doing is being themselves. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being gay. And the ex-gay ministries are absolutely horrifying. It's like taking a person with a birthmark on their stomach and beating them until the birthmark goes away. Sure, you can paint over it and you can, hide it with makeup or whatever. You can even tattoo it to get rid of it if you want. But it's still fucking there. It's still a part of you. You can get it removed, but it was still there. It still is there. It's not going to go away. It's a part of who you are. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely horrifying to see what these people are doing. They're brainwash facilities whose entire purpose is to tell the people who are there, you are wrong and you are going to hell. You are broken and you need to be fixed. But there's nothing that needs fixing. There's nothing that needs fixing. And I thought we lived in a more civilized world, but you know what? As long as there's religion, or at least religious fanatics, there won't ever be civility around. Or at least as long as we respect faith like we do. Because in all honesty, faith is dangerous. You can believe what you want if it cannot be disproven or proven. But if we can prove scientifically that being gay is good, if we can prove scientifically that being a warlock isn't going to mean you're a Satan-worshipping, God-hating fucker, if we can prove that, then you better shut the fuck up and start getting new beliefs. And start changing yourself, because you know what? Your book wasn't written by God. Your book was written by men. It was altered by men. It was deliberately, deceptively altered by human fucking beings. And sure, they may have had the glory of God helping them write the damn book, but that doesn't change the fact that even if a truly omniscient being came to these people and told them, okay, this is what I want you to write down, it was still subject to their biases, to limitations. A omniscient being cannot talk to a little mere human being and have themselves perfectly understood, because humans are fucking stupid. Omniscient beings are omniscient. They know everything. Which insinuates that they would know how to talk. But nonetheless, humans will come away with their own inferences from talking to this omniscient deity. And if you're saying, oh, well, God wrote it for them and controlled their hands, doesn't that be taking away free will? God did not write the fucking Bible. Get over it. Ugh. Okay, I feel better now. Peace, love, and of course, flowers. Mwah.